All right, well, the Golden Triangle Quilt Guild is inviting Southeast Texas to their Quilt Show and Market. This year's theme, Quilt Stories, Past, Present, and Future. And today in studio, we have the president of the Quilt Guild, Michelle Walker. First off, just thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. So tell us about the Guild, how long you all have been around.
So we've been around since 1981. And they pretty much started doing quilt shows right off the bat. I was asking somebody the other day, and we still have some members that were founding members. Yeah.
And so what is the Guild's mission?
So our mission is to share our love of quilts. We're just, we're like obsessed with quilts. Yeah. So we just like to teach people about quilts and the history of quilts, and just share our knowledge. Yeah.
What I love about quilts, because my grandma makes quilts, but the very detail, that you all, it's very detailed in the work that you all put into it.
And that's what's so great about the show, is because you can get right up there next to the quilts and not to touch them, but you can get right up there and look at all the little stitches, and it's just amazing.
Speaking of the show, the theme this year is Quilt Stories,
Past, Present,
Future.
Well, just like you just said, your grandmother quilted. So everybody has a quilt story, and they know somebody who quilted, or they have a special quilt that means something to them. They received a wedding quilt. So there's just a lot of stories that are in the quilts.
And so a majority of the quilts that we'll see, like on the screen right there, is of what people created, or could it be like me bringing a quilt that was made?
It's all guild members, and there's about 75 that entered quilts, and we have like 38 different categories within. And so like for the Quilt Stories theme, we have a section of quilts that have fabric that have text on them, and that have like traditional quilt blocks. So there's a little bit of everything. We have a youth category that children can enter.
And so tell us when and where is this event?
Okay, so we're going to be at the Beaumont Civic Center. It's Friday and Saturday. It's 9 to 4 both days.
Okay.
I know they're saying we're going to get some rain, but just get your umbrella and come on out. We're going to have bandos there with food. They're going to have gumbo and all kinds of stuff. So just come and plan to spend the day with us.
And I'm interested in knowing, you said some of the founding members are still, a part of the group. Do they ever share how quilt making has changed over time?
They have. It's changed a lot. We of course do fewer things by hand and use machines more. The techniques of making quilts, we've gotten a lot faster, and so we make, a lot of us make a quilt a month. And before, I think they worked on quilts, for maybe a year to get one made, when you have to hand do everything.
Just advancement has made it easier.
Yes.
And more quilts can be made.
And I think a lot of people think quilting is like a dying art or something. It's a $6 billion industry. It's huge. And with TikTok, they were just talking about TikTok, Pinterest we've had like a resurgence. Young people are involved with it. And since COVID, everybody had to stay home, and a lot of people took up quilting. And so I think that's why we have about 400 quilts, is because a lot of us were home just sewing.
Yeah. Cool. I love that. Well, we just want to thank you again for coming on the show. And one more time, tell us this week.
Beaumont Civic Center, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 4 both days. Free parking. We're going to have all kinds of things. We're going to have a raffle quilt that's like a beach theme that's really cute. A silent auction, all kinds of fun stuff.
All right, cool. Don't let the rain get in the way. We will be indoors.
Yeah, you're going to be indoors. Just get from the parking lot and you're good.
Cool. Good to know. Thank you again.
All right, thank you.